Yeah, Mel, a question about coming to Hollywood for the first time. I think everyone knows your career started with Australian films,
Yeah.
but did you ever have that first big Hollywood moment, like I'm in LA, where you just struck that you were in Los Angeles?
Yeah, yeah, the first time I came here, it was kind of weird. Like, some guy put me in a convertible off the plane. It was like the wrong time of year. It should have been cold. It was warm. I was driving down Hollywood Boulevard, probably one of the seedy areas of, it is one of the seediest areas, with little stars on it. And, saw the sign and all that stuff. And I thought, well, this is it, I guess. Never been here before. So it struck me how sort of banal it was, how urbane.
Question about the Oscars on the humorous side. I'm just curious, when you fly somewhere, like after the Oscars, how do you transport the statues, and how do the kids react to it? Is it like, Dad, the Oscars are blocking the TV again?
Yeah, it's not like that. You transport them, they come with little bags, man. There's little bags to keep them from getting all dinged up. Although I got two of them, and I was like running around with them that night, and they clicked together, and one of them got a chip on his shoulder. I'm serious, he's got a chip on his shoulder. But, hey, at least I always know who he is. The twins, I call them the twins.
Well, turning to this movie, I'm thinking of difficult to work with co-stars, people or actors that have egos. Mm-hmm. The dog, how difficult was it to bond with the dog?
Yeah, I don't mind working with dogs. It's okay. I like to think that I can steal the scene from them. Of course, you can't. You can never steal the scene from a dog. It's pretty tough. Children, you stand a chance, not dogs. But I'll try.
Very clever movie. A lot of scenes where you're inflicting violence or violence is being inflicted upon you. I'm just curious. You're a pro at the action thing. Now, the actors that are beating you up, how nervous are they prior to those scenes? And do you have to calm them down?
No, they're not nervous at all. They're stuntmen. They like this kind of stuff, Yeah, it's fairly. One of the things I found gratifying, because I watched the film with an audience, was they actually laughed throughout, which is, to me, even though there's like pretty gritty stuff going on, it's the sense of humor of the piece, the tone is very clear to people, it's gratifying to me because that's what we were really going for.
It's funny, I read the article in Premiere a couple of months ago talking about there were some reshoots, and I thought, oh, gee, I wonder how this is going to turn out. The movie seems seamless, very clever, very seamless. I know stepping in and wanting to change things probably isn't an easy thing for you to do.
No.
But have you had past experiences in movies early in your career where by staying silent you saw a movie suffer?
Not by staying silent, I've been involved in films where I've seen them really go down the tubes. And I didn't do anything, but then I had no power to do anything. I wasn't the producer or anything else. But if you are the producer, well, then it's your job. It's your responsibility to make sure you do the best possible thing for the film.
Okay, and one last question about the whole thing about adjusting to fame. When you first started becoming famous, do you think actors develop a sixth sense about people coming up to you and wanting something? Can you read people pretty well?
No. I'm not that good, really. I've been taken in a lot. Things like that might occur to you. I prefer not to think of the more unpleasant aspects of human nature, but nonetheless, they happen. Probably if you don't think of them, well, then they simply do not exist for me.